down when she coming down the hallway. I don't care if she take all of mine, like it ain't shit but a dollar sign.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rome Leggins back again with another video. Yes, we're back again, and I got another great fragrance review for you guys. Man. Sospiro, you guys saw the title, and you guys know I love my leather fragrances. So I had to get this one in my collection. Before we jump into it, I want to thank you guys for joining. Welcome to He Smells Like Rome, where we talk about niche fragrances, where we talk about luxury fragrances and very hard to find fragrances. And those fragrances aren't really talked about on YouTube. So if this is your first time and you like this type of content, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so you get all the reviews, all the fragrance videos that I put up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends. I think I said subscribe already. But most importantly, share this with your friends. All right? Yeah. So the fragrance I got is Erba leather. I was stoked to get this in my collection because I don't have any leather fragrances from this house. I wasn't even sure that they even made leather fragrances, let alone had, a flanker from, I think it was Erba Pure. So me looking at the notes, me, getting my creative thoughts together in my imagination, like, oh, I wonder what this smells like from the note breakdown. This seems like something interesting. So when it arrived, of course, I'm opening the box up. And speaking of the box, this is what the box looks like. Of course, I'm pretty sure I showed you guys the presentation already, but just to give you kind of the idea, the box fragrance sits in it very securely. I thought this was a pretty cool packaging. If you haven't seen Sospiro's packaging, this is what it looks like. And this is what the fragrance looks like. Now, I've been a fan of Sospiro for many years, over a decade. You guys have watched my channel, you've seen me review a number of their fragrances. So I'm happy to continue building my collection with their fragrances. I don't have a lot. Probably going to get about 3-4 more in my collection. But this one right here, Erba leather, stunned me. It did, because they combined tropical fruit notes with leather. And we've seen the leather thing happen before with a fruit note. Tom Ford is, renowned and praised for their, I think it was raspberry and leather, and that was done flawlessly. But this is a totally different take on fruit, and that fruit is passion fruit. The passion fruit note is very, very prominent, very strong, pungent, sweet, sour, tropical, and citrusy at the same time. Light on the citrus side, but we get a pungent, sour, sweet, tart kind of vibe when it comes to passion fruit. And the projection of passion fruit is very, very loud, very strong. So to combine that with leather, which is also very, hey, I'm in the room, I was eager to see how that was going to develop. And I didn't know if it was going to be either a disaster or it was going to be phenomenal until I smelled it. And I'm here to tell you, I am pleasantly surprised, very happy with the results. Came off fantastic on my skin. Now, when this fragrance opens up, you're going to get that blast of a passion fruit right in the opening. Like I told you before, that sour, pungent, sweet smell combined with this lively citrus note of lemon and bergamot gives you something that's going to say, hey, wake up, get up out of the bed, open your eyes, it's a beautiful day. It smells great, it smells fantastic. It doesn't give you that traditional lemon, lime, orange, mandarin opening. No, the passion fruit definitely uh, opens up the door to a new chapter when we talk about, opening top notes. And I was really impressed with that. The sweetness of this passion fruit definitely complements those very bright, clean citrus notes in opening. As the fragrance is playing around with those citrus notes, we get a little hint of what that leather is going to be like. And it doesn't take very long for you to smell that leather note because it wants to introduce itself really, really fast. But it doesn't come off as, to me, a fresh leather. This smell is a kind of worn leather, like a worn leather jacket to me, which is rugged, abrasive, in your face. But it took a few minutes for that part to come. You just smell this kind of old leather note, right? We get about 2 hours into this fragrance. That citrus notes, they're gone, but that passion fruit, the sweetness amps up from like 2 to like 7 and latches on to that rugged, rough leather note, and they're just dancing. There's a beautiful tango happening with those two notes. And I said, okay, I'm comfortable with this, but I don't know how comfortable I am. I'm loving it, I'm liking it, but I'm like, can I wear this out? Can I enjoy this in the company of other people, or is this going to be another fragrance that I use for my personal use? Which I did not want it to happen, because I don't want this to be, in my house and only enjoying it myself. Because if you guys know me and you know my wife, she's not really fond of leather fragrances. She's not. So there's only like when I'm hanging out with my guys, I can kind of like rock leather fragrances, and I'm not gonna wear this in the house and just invite my friends over. Well, I can't like kick my wife out of the house. So I was hoping that I didn't have to wear this only in my own company or when I'm hanging out with my guy friends. And I'm happy to say that that didn't happen, because in the 3-hour mark, we introduced to this sandalwood. The sandalwood isn't a creamy sandalwood. This is more of a soft, dry sandalwood that's trying to get a little creaminess, a little moist, but that leather is just drying it out. The leather is saying, nope, it's my show. You're just here to observe and enjoy the atmosphere, hang out in the background, take a back seat. You're here, but this is my show. And that sandalwood saved the fragrance, in my opinion, from being way too harsh to wear, in public. Because now this soft, drier version of sandalwood that, like I said before, tries to have a little bit of creaminess to it, complements this worn, rugged leather, and still complements this sweet nuance of passion fruit. So we got those 3 fragrance notes that are playing around with each other. The 2 that are still having this kind of tango, dirty dancing are the fruit and the leather, where the sandalwood is sitting in the background waiting for his chance to dance with the pretty lady. And sandalwood is now introduced to jasmine. Jasmine is a soft, delicate, pretty shy thing that develops and wants to dance with the sandalwood now. The passion fruit kind of takes a back seat, and it's not so prominent, not so sweet. The leather note is kind of trying to move in on sandalwood and take over but the sandalwood is still kind of more enjoyable at this point. Now, once again, that leather note does not go away and does not dissipate at all. It is absolutely in your face, but now complemented by a floral note and the sandalwood makes it more elegant, makes it more of, oh, I don't just have to wear this with the guys. I can dress this up in a suit. I can dress this up in a tuxedo. I can dress this up and it becomes more sophisticated. And now I was like, yeah, this is going to change a lot of people's mind for a leather-based fragrance. And I have to say, I have not worn this to the point where it's been making me self-conscious or it wasn't enjoyable. I've enjoyed every time I've worn this fragrance. And even from the first time, being surprised of the note breakdown and the merging of each note and how it kind of complemented each other note, it wasn't like my normal fragrances where they blended so well that you can't kind of pick out what is what. This is, and I give credit to the perfumer. I don't know his name or her name, but the way that this fragrance lets each heavy or prominent note have it shine, but still let you know that the leather is, the king of the castle, that's just phenomenal to me. I don't know how, these perfumers, how these notes do that. That's mind-blowing to me. So we get to the dry down, right? And as we get to the dry down, passion fruit is now, her feet ain't tired no more from doing the tango. She wants to move along and see who's else in the party, right? We got Leather still at the bar talking to Jasmine. Sandalwood, he done went home because he got to go to work tomorrow. And passion fruit sees her girlfriend Amber. Amber's hanging out on the dance floor, and those two decide to dance together. And you know how women get when they dance together? They don't want no men around. So once again, Leather is in the background, ever so slightly, smelling it, enjoying it. But the amber resonance vibe with the passion fruit is more seductive, more playful, and in my opinion, makes this fragrance go from elegant to slightly sexy, right? As we're having this kind of erotic, exotic dance between, passion fruit and amber, who comes into the middle of the dance floor and completely disrupts everything? Vetiver. Vetiver decides that he was late to the party. He wants to let everybody know he's here, and he does. That's Leather's best friend. Vetiver and Leather, they ain't see each other in a minute. He called him up. They're hanging out. Leather and Vetiver have completely taken over the dry down of this fragrance. Amber and passion fruit are now not so interested in talking to these two, so they go to the bar. You get whiffs of them in the background. That resonance amber doesn't have a sweetness to it, though. I needed to put that out there. It's more of the crystallized resonance amber, a drier amber. That passion fruit has probably died down to the point where it's more just sweetness and slight tardiness that you kind of need to be really close to the person to smell it. But this citrus earthy amber combined with that rugged leather gives off such a manly, vibe. Man, I really cannot tell you how much I enjoyed this fragrance. If I haven't convinced you already, this this is great. But you have to enjoy leather. And I think those people that are on the fence of I leather's okay, but I'm not really a fan of it, check this one out. When it introduces this fruit note, it introduces this amber, that floral aspect mixed with the sandalwood. Those things bring out different characteristics that you will love those notes. And the leather is just kind of that accent on top that gives those leather lovers what they've been looking for. And those leather lovers that are saying, you really, for me, you can't wear a leather fragrance out to certain atmospheres or certain events without it just kind of, it's not suitable for elegant events in my opinion, except for the exception of Tuscan leather. Those fragrances are usually very harsh, and women are turned off by them. I don't think females will be turned off by this. This is elegance in a bottle, in my opinion. It was in my GQ fragrance list for a reason, and I think that more people need to give this one a chance. It's a new fragrance in the Sospiro collection, so I think once more people get their nose on it, you guys are gonna love this one. Check this one out. I'm telling y'all gonna love this fragrance. It's fantastic. I'll do the whole old school spraying for you guys so you can see what the sprayer looks like. This is more of like a big mist. Whoa, man. Great fragrance, guys. Man, wow. Get this in your collection. This is gonna be perfect for the fall and winter. Definitely winter. This thing gonna break through everything. Get your leather jackets ready. Get your leather boots ready. You know, get those nice tuxedos ready. Y'all gonna love this one. All right, that's pretty much it, guys. Till next time, like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, peace.